Okay, grab a mat and some kind of pillow or an extra towel to put between your knees. All right, get comfortable. Hello. So a mat, towel if you need it, but something between, because I'm going to have you put this behind your back and between your knees. So you need something, a pillow, a ball. So I want to focus on inner thighs, so I'm going to create an isometric contraction. That's when the muscles contract and tighten, but they're not lengthening or shortening. And we're going to just do a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff. You ready? PE with Laura, this is number 61, and it's Barefoot Sunday. First, sit however you are comfortably, and I want you to move your pelvis. Tilt the pelvis. Tilt it. A lot of people have difficulty because of weak abdominal area, and your abdominals come around from your back, you know, they're not just right in front. So if you were to snip them off and hand them to somebody, they're all interlaced with all these other muscles. So think of your entire torso, your tree trunk, as your core, as your basic piece that you're working. And I'm trying to loosen up the pelvis a little bit, especially for those of you with a weaker abdominal area, so your back sometimes takes over. Many times people say, but Laura, it's my back is really weak. It might be, but chances are your abdominals are weak and you need to tighten them. So pull them in, pull them in. I'm just sitting right here, tilting my pelvis, legs are doing whatever you want them to do, and pull in through your belly button. Come on, pull it in. I can feel this in my back because I'm pulling in my abs. Pull it in, pull it in. Come on, now add a Kegel. Pelvic floor. Come on, pull it up, pull it up. Get inside those abs. Good, rotation. Back is straight now, pelvis is nice and straight. Rotate your spine. Man, if you're in Cayman Islands, the sun is out. Point Sienna trees, they're so beautiful. Changing side. All right, here we go. You ready? Put this behind, put something, roll it up, stick it behind your back. So I'm leaning into something, whether it's a pillow or a towel. Just hold it right here. Think of your abs, your whole front of your body, scooping under. So my pelvis is tilted. You should have a little earthquake going on in here. Yes? Keep it. Abs are in. Come on, just hang out there. Take your feet. Just lift them off the mat or off the floor. Lift them up. Lift them up. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now, bring one knee up. Just that action right there was your hip flexors, the top of your thigh, where it feeds your pelvis. Heaps of abs work to get that leg up. Come on. Abs are in. Hold it. Keep it there. Isometric. Can you straighten your leg and put it up? Go for it. If you can, point your flaps. Abs are in. Keep it. Shoulders relaxed. This has nothing to do with your shoulders. Come on. Hold it there. Abs in. And make a circle with your foot. Yeah, barefoot. I love barefoot. So does Maria Leggett. She loves barefoot. Good, put it down. Abs are still contracting isometrically. Pull them in. Feel your back press into that pillow. Welcome. Other leg up. If it's here, great. If it's bent, great. Abs in, come on. Some of you might be having to hold your leg a little bit. That's fine. You know what the end result's gonna be. This, or the leg by itself without you holding it with your hand. Abs are in. Circle the foot. So the muscles in your ankle are moving, but your abdominal area is tight. Good. Foot goes down. You ready? Mine are killing me. Climb a rope. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You remember the pulling one? Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hang out. Oh, are you screaming? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the ground. Open up. Stretch out. Just going to rotate rhythmically. Just turn. Just trying to get the blood flow through the abdominals. Thank you for joining us. Rotate. All right. Your object goes between the knees. So you're going to squeeze the knees as hard as you can. Let yourself get down to the ground. Okay. Take your pelvis, tilt it. Like I'm tilting it back, squeeze your glutes. Now I have not lifted my rear end off the ground yet. It might come off by itself, not fall off, wishful thinking in my case. Tilt the hips, squeeze the glutes. Now inner thighs, tighten it. My feet are right next to each other. And I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit closer because my hamstrings are going to engage a little bit in the back of the leg. Squeeze the inner thighs. Excuse me. You ready? Squeeze the inner thighs as tight as you can. Squeeze that object. Here we go. Push the knees away from you. Squeeze. Lift the hips. Your feet are side by side. I can feel my heels, the sides of my ankles touching. Come on, squeeze the inner thighs tighter. Abs are in. Lift that butt up. Lift it up. Balance on your heels, toes up. Little lift, squeeze. So tiny that lift, it's like a squeeze inside the squeeze. Tighten it. Squeeze. Come on, top of those thighs, where they meet and come into your pelvis. You might feel some tightening in here. Squeeze the glutes. Tighten it. Tighten. Inner thighs tight. Scale of 1 to 5, I want you to be a 4+. 1 means you feel nothing. 5 means you just can't do it anymore. Squeeze. Come on. You have a nice tight isometric contraction with the inner thighs, and your glutes are moving. Squeeze it. Now, mind over muscle, squeeze. Come on, think about your rear end. Tighten it. Push down with your heels. Down with your heels, and your feet are still next to each other. Don't let them go apart. Mine just did. I had to think about pushing the sides of my feet together. Squeeze. Squeeze. No knee pain with this, I hope. Tighten it. Come on. Push the hips a little higher. Tighten it. Tighten it. Tighten it. You should be about a 4+. Squeeze. Abs in. Come on. Hip bones. Squeeze. Tighten it, tighten it. Now hold it. Put your feet flat. Really, hamstrings kicking in. Inner thighs should be talking to you. Come on, lift those hips up. Hips up. Hold it. Feet are side by side. Elbows in the ground. Are you ready? Squeeze. 1 foot. I don't know if I can do it. Let's go. 1 foot up. Tighten it. Hold it. Switching legs. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze those hips. Last set of 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3. Hips come down on the ground. Take that pillow or object away from the knees. Push those legs away from you. Your lower back is plastered on the floor. There is no space. And as you know, if you've been here before exercising, if you have a space under your back naturally, then roll up a towel, sit up, put it behind under your back, the arch of your back, and then lie back down. And that extra support you should feel. Come on. What's working here? Your core is nice and strong on the ground. These legs are moving. Crazy legs. I'm pushing one out to the side. So it looks like the letter V. Inner thighs are still talking to me. Abs in. Nice. Bring your legs together. Together, let them go apart. Abs are in. What happens if you don't have the flexibility in your legs to have your legs straight in the air? Just bend the knees and do the same thing. 4 more. 3, 2. Nice. Hip lift. Hip lift. Elbows can be on the ground, or you can also sit on your hands and do it that way. Lift. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Feet go down. Let one foot go on your thigh. Opposite hand, fingers by the side of your head. Bring your shoulder off the floor. No flapping chicken wings. Shoulder off the floor. This looks familiar, I'm sure. Now here's your added bit. You know the leg you're going towards? Take that hip and make the hip come up and meet your chest. Hip. Hip comes up. So the shoulder and the chest is coming across the hip bone of that leg that's bent. The hip bone is coming up towards my chest. I could say lift your rear end off the ground, but I don't want you to be so focused on lifting the rear end. I want you to think about lifting the hip. And 1 more set of 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There's a lot of cross muscle fibers that go at an angle in your torso area. And so I'm trying to get out of the box and just straight up and down and work 3-dimensionally. Change legs. It's going to be that hip. Fingertips lightly supporting the head. Bring it across. Hip up. Hip comes up. Meeting chest and shoulder. Now I know some of you on the other end of this screen have issues with your neck. Good morning. Have issues with your neck. So you're going to modify and do something else. You don't even have to lift your upper body. You can just lift that hip. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let the knees hold on to them. Let your hips roll side to side. 13 minutes in. I need a few more minutes of your time, so don't go anywhere. Are you ready? Arms out. Legs can be here, or legs can be here. Bring them over. Pick them up. My arms are out to the side. Your palms are up. Legs go one direction and come up. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Over. For those of you that have been doing this for a while, you're going to find this much easier now to control with your abdominals. Abs are in. Bring them up. And again. 1 more each side. Bring it over. And up. Nice. Knees bent. Hug your knees into your chest. All right? And say to yourself, let's do it. 1 minute. Get yourself up. You have a plank coming up. I learned my lesson yesterday. I had no towel and I was skidding everywhere with sweat. All right. Here's what we're going to do. 30-second plank. Modify your full. It's up to you. Take a rest. Then we're going to start the next 30 seconds. And we're going to tap out. We're going to do rainbows. And it'll end up being a minute. Okay? Modified. You can be on those knees. Full, you're on the toes. Here we go. So 30 seconds. Think about ribs coming to your hips. Tuck those tailbones under. Shoulder blades. Push them down. Tighten up your backside. Kneecaps, thigh muscles. Everything tight. Pull in your navel. You have 10 seconds left. Pull it in. You got this. Less than 5 seconds. And put your knees down. Cat back and cow. Especially if you tend to have back issues. What happens if you need to stop? Stop. That's it. Okay. 30, it's not gonna be 30 seconds, it's gonna be a minute. So it's a plank. When we do tap out with your feet, you're tapping out with your leg. Rainbows have to do with your hips. Come on, just give me a minute, it's gonna be fun. If you need to stop, stop. And then as you work on your core, oh yeah, let me show you something. Your elbows, your shoulders are down. So if I was to have you glow in the dark with your muscles that are working during a plank, it's a lot of muscles. All these guys in here are firing. Glutes are firing. Ribs to hips. No arching backs, ribs to hips. Okay, you ready? And the clock is on. Abs are in. First 30 seconds, we're just hanging out. Drop your shoulders down. Squeeze your glutes. I'll give you some time. I'll tell you it's almost at the 30-second mark. What did I say, 30 minutes? No way. 30-second mark. Abs are in. Okay, now keep it if you can. That's been 30 seconds. Tapping out. Tap out with your leg. Out with your leg. Out with your leg. Out with your leg. You got this. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Rainbows. Hip. Dips down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it. And abs in, and that is 1 minute. Good job. Round up, release. Round up. Okay, I want you to do the thread the needle stretch. Feels so good to do it. All right. Hands and knees. Take one hand, palm up, put it on the ground. Now slide it underneath your other arm and get down. You're going to try and get the back of your shoulder on the ground. Back of your shoulder on the ground. It's making your torso twist. Ugh. Back of that shoulder. Reach a little farther. And bring it through. Other arm, you ready? Palm up, goes through. Underneath that supporting arm, you get the back of that shoulder on the ground. Feel the torso twist. One side might be more flexible than the other. Nice. Okay, put your best foot forward. Give yourself a lunge. Let the back leg be at an angle. You can pick up your back foot, flex it, awesome. Hold it. Straighten that leg. Let the hips sink down, sink. Top of that thigh, stretching up. Change legs. Foot off the ground if you want to. If your hamstrings cramp, you know about it. Make sure you straighten your leg if it does. If you're in here in real time, it's going to be a great day. Squeeze your glutes. You tighten up your rear end right now, you'll feel those hip flexors pull, and then you can relax it. Okay, get on your feet, but I need you to let the blood go to your, come out of your head and go down a little bit toward your feet. Lower back. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, this today, whether you're having a cup of coffee the entire time or whether you did the exercises. Other side. Shoulder roll. Woo! Shake them out. Have a fabulous day. It's nice and sunny out for me, and I am going outside.